USA launch webinar, and I am very excited to be hosting this evening's program. My name's Andy, the Inkster Writer, and I'm sitting in for Lenny the Inkman Green, who is off at HP training this week, and looking forward to working with you to get questions answered. I am a business coach, business consultant, business owner, and when I came across the INKWAY model, I got really excited. I saw what was possible here in the ink revolution. I saw that there was a business that fit just about every criteria that I encourage business owners to look for in a business. And with that said, we'll go over some of those points here to open things up. Then we'll go through the presentation and show you how this model actually plays into the hands of each one of those. I want to welcome founders, distributors, and customers, all three, and folks that are looking at this model as a potential founder, distributor, or customer. Again, I'm looking forward to spending probably the next 30 or so minutes, depending on how many questions we have, and we can go from there. All right, well, so what do you look for in a business model? Well, one of the things that's really important is that it's a disruptive model in an established market that has a high-quality product. Real quick, disruptive model. We're the only ones doing ink in a direct sale environment the whole way around the world. An established market. It's a $70 billion market right now. 30 cartridges sold every second. That's pretty crazy and pretty awesome all at the same time. It's a high quality product. 9 out of 10 times people choose our inks over the leading competitors in an eyeball test. Price competitiveness. Well, it depends on what you call competitive. When you're 50 to 75% less expensive than the competitors, that's not really competitive. It's almost embarrassing for the competitors, but we'll call it competitive for the giggles of it all. Growing market. Well, that's pretty important too. Are you on the tail end of something, or are you catching the very beginning of it, or are you catching it smack dab in the middle where it's growing? Well, between now and 2020, you're going to see this market go from 70 billion projection-wise to over 130 billion projection-wise. That's going to go from 30 cartridges per second to almost 60 cartridges per second being sold. Now, when you think about it too, why is that happening? Well, there's a very wide customer base. There's 2 printers in every home. There's 7 printers in every office. That's a huge audience for you to work from. We'll talk about that a little bit later on as well. You need to have a cause that people believe in. People will go to a big box store or a retailer if they don't have a cause they believe in. One of the things that they believe in is someone like you, someone they know, someone who's their neighbor, their friend, a fellow churchgoer, a fellow PTA member, on and on and on. I can tell you there are leads that abound with this as possibilities. All the people you know will end up wanting to buy from you because you're going to save them money and you're going to show them how to save the planet and reduce their carbon footprint. More and more and more office managers are either Gen Xers or millennials. This part really, really matters to them. They will buy from you if you approach them in this manner. I can tell you that personally. Now, you also want to look at compensation in various forms. There are anywhere between 5 and 9 ways to get paid. We will cover those coming up. 5 to 9 different ways to get paid in this model. Then you got to look at who handles support. Okay, this company handles all your product support, all your tech support. We do training. We do stocking, shipping, and handling. Meaning you don't end up with a garage full of stuff that you don't need. You are going to be given product to work with, but you're not going to have to stockpile it by any means. We give you marketing materials. We give you education and support that way. We don't expect you to have to launch this business on your own. There is a low entry price point, especially when you compare this to franchises or licensing opportunities. This is one of the most incredible pieces of business put together that I've ever seen. There are low monthly operation costs. In fact, they pay for themselves, and I'll explain how. There's also the ability to begin now, as in tonight, as in if you wanted to call and talk to us now at 559-434-1000, you could. Right now, you could jump off this webinar and say, I've heard enough. If it does all these things, I want in. But I suggest you stick around for a few more minutes so we can go over a few more things. So why build a business? A lot of people, when they look at this, they always say, okay, well, why do I want to build a business? I work, my wife works. We're both, busting our tails, and I work, my wife's, taking care of the kids, and she's already really busy doing that. Well, right now, there's a recent CNN report that came out that showed there's a decrease of $400 per month for the average American family from when the recession hit in 2008 or 9, depending on how you look at that. That means that the economy for the average American family has not come back up to the level it was at even then. There's been cost of living increases since then. So overall, the decrease is $400 per month for the average American family. That's a lot of money to be missing at the end of every month. There's also a lot of people who are worried about the stability of their day jobs. There was a Towers Perrin, who's a big HR company, a report that showed that 58% of Americans are worried about losing their job if the economy changes. Well, if you're not, and maybe your spouse isn't, then your neighbors probably are. If you're not, maybe your spouse is, or your partner is, or your roommate is. That's 1 out of every 2 people, a little bit over it, that are actually worried about losing their job if the economy changes. Having something in place makes a huge difference. Now, we talked about price competitiveness, okay? Their costs, if you're buying ink in the superstores, $9,000 a gallon. And I'm telling you right now, when you tell people that, they look at you like the guy in the bottom right. They're incredulous. They can't believe it, but they're getting ripped off. And that's what it equates to, $9,000 a gallon. The simple fact, our ink costs 8 cents a milliliter. Theirs costs $2 a milliliter. So, Andy, how is that? How is that possible? Well, when you look at our costs, we don't have marketing, positioning, packaging, branding, all sorts of other costs, placement costs within a store, all the other little spiffs and bonuses you have to kick back to a store to get good positioning. There's all sorts of things we do not have to do because you and us we're partnered. You're working with us. You're the legs that help take this out to the customers. You're saving them the drive to the superstore. They're bringing their cartridges to you to refill or going to your web store to purchase ink at 50 to 75% off. That's how it gets down to this $2 a milliliter. And that is doggone exciting. Okay. Now, we talked about saving the planet. If you want to save money while you're saving the planet, there is no better eco alternative, and we'll teach you to refill, reuse, and recycle as you join the INKWAY revolution. Those 30 cartridges sold per second, it's a huge landfill issue. People are up in arms about how much waste we create on a regular basis, and yet they're right there with us. Those little cartridges that fit in the palm of your hand. Think about the fact that anytime your cartridges run out, you take 4 of those and throw them in the landfill. Think about with 30 cartridges sold every second, how many cartridges that is going in the landfill. It's mind-numbing. If you line them up end to end, they go around the earth 3 times according to last year's report. That's just last year. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at this. Another thing that's really important, who can we take care of? What kind of market space are we filling? We're not filling people who like blue ink or people that like yellow ink or people that like black ink. We have a solution for every printer, every type of ink, every type of toner. We have high quality ink, high quality toner that brings brilliant colors that are crisp, clear, long lasting. They delineate really well. This picture up here was something that was printed out with our inks and scanned back in. Look at the delineation and color just in the turtle's head here. That's incredible, okay? That's unbelievable when you look at how good that looks. And that's our inks. That's what they look like every time. That's what you're selling when you sell INKWAY USA products. Now, yes, everyone's a customer here. That's something I've learned and been told thousands of times. Do not say that. As a former marketer and sales guy, I would have gotten beat across the head by every marketing company I ever worked with, by every sales trainer I ever worked with, if I said everyone's my customer. But let's face it, who do you know that uses ink? I'll bet you know a lot of people who do. Look at the list on the left. Personal use, school kids, parents, seniors, teachers, photographers who are hobbyists. On the right-hand side, you've got attorneys, you've got realtors, you've got appraisers, businesses, large, small, churches, nonprofits, schools, mortgage offices, real estate offices. I guess realtors is up there, sorry. There's so many places that use ink on a regular basis. and they are spending way too much almost every single time. So if you want to jump in and you want to take part in this, realize you've got a huge customer base, 2 printers in every house, 7 printers in every business. Now, obviously, you want to be able to take those sales and turn them into cash. And this is where things turn to the business side of how do you get paid. We mentioned there's a myriad of ways, 5 to 9 ways to get paid with this model. Now, I haven't said this yet, but right now we still have founder units available. You may currently hold founder units. You may want to re-up and actually up the amount of founder units you have. And when you see the bonus pools, you'll understand why. You may want to make sure you're active as a current founder. If you want to jump in as a distributor or a founder, if you're looking at this as a business and you're looking at this as something you want to build where you can be proud of the business on down the line and have it bring in good money, I'm going to show you why I think the founder side is where you want to look at. If you decide you just want to be a distributor, that's fine too. We are thrilled to have you on board. And hey, if you just simply want to buy ink at 50 to 75% off, that's great too. We're happy to help however we can. Now, when you're a founder, I'm going to start with bonus number 2. You get 4 of these refill stations. The ink refill stations, if we sell them retail, we sell them $300 a piece. Okay? Your founder unit costs $1,000. These 4 times 300, let's all do the math together, that's $1,200. That means you're already up right out of the gate, $200 just in value. You've given $1,000, you've gotten $1,200 in value. Now, let's look down at bonus 7. Those kits, when you do refills, you're going to get 50 refills, and you're going to refill at $15 a cartridge. That's $750 times 4. Now we're at $3,000. Now you're looking at a $2,000. Not only do you get your $1,000 back, but you're getting another $2,000 right out of the gate if you go refill for others with those 4 refill stations. So I've never seen a business where I put in my franchise fee or I put in my licensing fee and I'm given a way to triple my money, repay my investment and then get 2 times the amount of money I put in right out of the gate. Later on down the line, Lenny's also offering for all founders to put in 1.5 times bonus return on your purchase price. So if you buy 1 founding unit, you get $1,500 back. If you buy 5, you get $7,500 back for the $5,000 investment. And again, that holds true. Every unit you buy, you get 4 refill stations. So you can decide your level of involvement. We'll talk about what these company bonus pools mean to you as a founder. But again, you notice as a founder, those are the only places you get them. And they're huge potential. They're remarkable potential. And they're something you definitely want to pay attention to. Now, everybody, whether you're a distributor or a founder, are going to get a 10% bonus on all web store sales. You're getting your own replicated website that has thousands and thousands of products on it, has the tech support behind it, has the customer support behind it, orders are filled for you, and you get 10% of the profit. Okay? Pretty easy. Drive traffic to the website, get paid for that customer ongoingly. They come back 6 months later and order again, 3 months later and order again. You get paid again. Mailbox money. It's a beautiful thing. I just had it happen the other day. I got a note from Lenny saying, hey, one of your customers came back and purchased something again. And I went, wow, that's awesome. I didn't do anything. That's fantastic. So I've got in my wallet there, I'm sitting there with another $35. That's remarkably wonderful. Can't argue with that one tiny bit. Now, let's take a look at the $80 referral opportunity bonus as well. So when you refer somebody in who becomes a distributor, you get $40 up front when they get their first ink refill station. 6 months later, they're going to get another ink refill station. You're going to get another $40. So they're worth $80 per year to you. We talked about the refills. Again, you're going to get 1 up front as a distributor. You're going to get 4 up front for a full founder unit. You can make $750 per unit. $450 if you take out the cost of the thing, but between $450 and $750 in profit per ink refill station. Either way, whether you're a distributor or a founder, you're going to get shares of the elite bonus pool. And the one bonus that's not on the screen at the moment because it's just been recently added in. Anyone who refers a full founder unit will get $60. $60 direct to you, one-time bonus, and done, as a thank you for referring in a founder and helping us close out the remaining founder units. We'd like to get that closed out so that we can start solidifying the pools and making things ready for when we do the first allotment later on this year. Now, bonus number 9 that's on the screen here, and this is for both sides. This is not a payment, but this is a really nice thing to have. It's like having tech support in your back office. Tech support that helps you refill for others and helps those who don't know how to or what to buy. They're not sure, what printer do I have? What model do I have? Can I use refillable, reusable cartridges with that? Do I want to buy an ink pack or do I want to buy an ink refill station? Well, guess what? You don't have to be an expert about that up front. That's the beautiful part. You can rely on our consultants. You can rely on our call center and the folks there to help your customers. Once they've been to the website and they come in with questions, we will help close the sale. And guess what? They stay your customer forever. Now, bonus number 10, you get a listing on Green Ink, the Uber of ink and toner. We'll talk about Green Ink in a few minutes here. I'll explain it further. You also get INKWAY University, Tools for Sales and Marketing. In large part, on INKWAY University, what you're getting there is a lot of information and materials that are going to be developed. Some are developed now, some are being developed over time, and there will be seminars and webinars put together on demand based on the amount of people that are interested in doing so. Now, one thing that's really important to stress, tomorrow is the last day you can activate under the reduced price for founders, $34.99 by July 1st. If you're a current founder and you have units, you need to get active, and for the rest of the year, you're getting a nice fat reduction over the $49.99 normal price per month. If you're a distributor, you're getting $49.99 a month. Now, let me just point out, you're getting this, 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 you're getting this, you're getting this, this, and this. And for $49.99 a month, you're going to get another ink refill station. Well, if you think 6 times $50, that's $300. Well, right here, $299.94, if you take the pennies and change them out, that's what you're paying for, is your next ink refill station. And you're getting all the support thrown in by giving us that support to say, yes, I'm going to pick up another ink refill station here in 6 months. That's incredible. For active founders, you're picking up all these things, and then you're active and you're able to take part in these things here. Again, incredible. Think about it this way. If you bring in 8 distributors who sign up, your monthly business expenses at $49.99 a month are pretty much covered. In fact, they're a little bit more than covered as a distributor. Whether you're a founder or a distributor or even a customer and you want to refer business in, we talked about it earlier. That number a lot of people are looking for is around $400 to $800 per month. That's all they really need to make things better. And then they can make things really good from there. But 10 people a month that you refer in is $40 that month. And then $40 again in 6 months. 20 people, it's $800. You can do the math. It's pretty simple here. But what I like to do is I like to show people this. When you add in retail sales and refills, as a distributor, if you refill 1 printer a day, that's 25 printers a month on average, at 4 cartridges per printer, you can make an extra $1,000. If you refer $200 worth of sales to your website, that's another $200 because you're getting 10%. Then, let's say you referred 25 people, that's 7 people a week to the webinar in a month at $40 each, that's another $1,000. We'll do the work for you. These are Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays at noon Eastern, and we very well may add one more if we find a time slot that people are wanting to send people to. Anyway, no matter how you slice it out there, that's around $2,200 extra a month as a distributor. And yet, most of the people we talk to, when they start checking it off, are looking for this number, or maybe half of that number. They're looking for $400, $800, $1,000 a month. Now, if you want to build a business that's a really big business that just starts bringing in nice income again and again and again, you do want to look at becoming a founder. Again, there are so many bonuses here, and here's why. Let me show you this. The examples of the profit pools. Again, income examples here are for illustration purposes only. The results may vary, but if we get people in and we get to the number of distributors we're looking for and the number of founders we're looking for, these profit pools for the founders are going to be really, really good. Founders share in 20% of company profits. That's 20% of the INKWAY profits, and that's 20% of the AccuBright profits. Now, you might say, I don't work for AccuBright. Well, you're right, you don't, but you work for Green Concepts, and AccuBright is a part of that. So Lenny, in his infinite wisdom to motivate people, has decided to take 20%, not just of INKWAY, but of AccuBright, who is our big box retail division, our magazine and catalog division. They go out and they have contracts. They've just closed 3 of them. They've got 2 more pilots in the works, and they've got another pilot that should be starting fairly soon as well. So there's a lot of things going on there. If those pilots kick into high gear, that 20% is going to be a really hefty number. Now, I don't usually talk about the numbers here, but I will explain that a founder with at least 1 unit shares in pool A. A founder with at least 2 units shares in pools A and B. Founders with at least 5 units shares in pools A, B, and C. And then pool D is for the purchasing founder with the most units. Winner take all. Okay? Whoever has the most, and according to Lenny, the last I spoke to him, which was just this morning, there are enough founder units left in the pool for anyone who wanted to either upgrade and become the top founder, or potentially for them to become they can even start at scratch and start at 0 and become the top founder. There are enough founder units to do that, barely. So if you're interested and you want to jump in now. We don't want you waiting and then going, wow, what could have been? Someday. It's not a day of the week, so don't wait for someday. It doesn't come around. There's 7 days in the week. That's not one of them. All right. Now, what else do you gain? Well, we talked about INKWAY University. Right now, marketing tools-wise, we have brochures, we have banner ads, we have some print ads, we have videos. There are whiteboard videos. Now, we also have, coming up, on-demand LinkedIn training and social media training. These are both huge pieces. We're also offering landing pages and capture pages through what's called Opportunity Launch up here. That's a free program that allows you to help launch a new business in the social media and landing page, capture page world. We also give you that listing on the Uber of Ink, Green Ink. The listing on our site allows you to leverage time, make money with us doing a lot of advertising. When I say it's the Uber of Ink, I mean, first of all, it is a model that is setting the entire industry on its ear like Uber's doing with the taxi industry. They're chopping price and they're making things more convenient, and they come to you. Well, guess what? We're chopping price, we're making things more convenient, and they find you by your zip code through apps on the iPhone, Android, and just like Uber, they're going to come to you. They're going to say, hey, Kurt, hey, Don, hey, Teresa, hey, James, you have an opportunity to be my ink man or ink woman. I want to jump in and I want to, come to you with my cartridges. What day can I meet you at the local coffee shop? What day can we get together and you can come in and do this? Hey, could you come to my office and take care of the ones there next? Or, hey, I'd like to buy from your website so that I can save 50% off retail. Holy mackerel, I don't have to buy from the big box store anymore? That's incredible. All right, we've talked about the bonuses. I'm going to kind of just blow through these things again. Like I said, when you become a founder, this number 2 bonus allows you, when you couple it with number 7, to make a $2,000 profit right out of the gate. You're spending $1,000 per unit. You're going to get $3,000 in return. 4 of those kits, those refill stations, times $750. That's unbelievable. Then at points on down the line that are laid out for us is 1.5% bonus return on the purchase price. I've never seen a company do something like this. I've never seen a founder, the architect, the visionary behind all this, Lenny the Inkman Green, saw this and said, holy mackerel, look what we have. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's a little secret here hanging in the balance. There's more to come. These bonuses that are up here are what's on plate right now. This, by the way, somebody asked me the other day, and I just got it actually just a second ago in a private message. How does the elite bonus pool work? Let me jump in and answer that real quick. So every time one of these is sold, $32.50 goes into the elite bonus pool. When we split out the elite bonus pool, which is the same regularity as this, twice a year, the end of June and the end of December, the amount of elite bonus pool dollars that are there, that $32.50 times however many of these are sold here, goes back out to the distributors and founders equally in how many how many dollars are there. You just divide it by the number of founders and distributors total, and there you have it. When you get to these up here, again, you have to be a founder, and it's based on how many shares you have. So there's parts of this, again, we said get paid a myriad of ways, multitude of ways. There's a lot of different ways to get paid. There's also these matching and company profit shares in pools A, B, C, and D. So when you bring in a founder, that you're already a founder, you get a matching check in each one of the pools to their actual check. That's also incredible. Now, what happens next? Well, if you're already on board and you're here to review things again, or you've brought a friend along, or you're showing this to a neighbor, or you're talking to somebody else about starting a business with you, make sure you're inviting people to the webinars. I mentioned before, they're Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, they're Thursdays at noon Eastern. It's really time for folks to get out of their own way. We're ready here at headquarters to blast this thing off and take it to all the next levels that are possible. But we need your participation and you bringing people to these webinars. We can shout at the snowbank all the day long. We do all the time. We're not going to bring that down into an avalanche until we have a whole lot of other people yelling with us. So begin advertising your website, talking about your ability to refill, leveraging our marketing tools and resources to help yourself, showing people the whiteboard videos, sending out the brochures, taking the time to educate people on how badly they're being ripped off. I'm telling you right now, when people realize they're spending $9,000 a gallon, look, we complain about gas when it gets over $4. $9,000 a gallon. Ouch. So, if you're curious, and if you're not, we didn't do a very good job. But the last thing you want to do is be sitting here like this guy right over here, staring off into space, looking at whatever he's looking at, and he hasn't chosen a path forward. Let's not be that guy. You can take control of your life right here, right now. You can go ahead and turn things around, build a business you can be proud of, either pick up one of the handful of founder units that are available. Again, there's 20% of INKWAY profits and AccuBright, our wholesale division, that go into those pools. That's a huge incentive to look at the founder side, much less the fact that it pays you back very quickly if you choose to work the business and jump in and start refilling for others. Become an elite distributor for $49.99 a month. You can start at $49.99 a month. If you have $50, you can start today. You'll be able to get your web link, and you'll be able to start referring others in, picking up those bonuses. You won't be able to refill for others until you purchase an actual ink refill station, or you wait 6 months and have one sent to you. Either way, you can start for as low as $49.99 a month. Then you can start to grow this so that it goes up into these nice fat Benjamins and Franklins and everybody else over here, Grants. They're all, beautiful, good stuff. So if you want to turn ink into cash, you want to show other people how to save money and make money at the same time, you need to sign up now. You need to activate now if you're a current founder. In order to activate now, if you're a current founder, you call 559-434-1000. 559-434-1000. If you're interested in purchasing a founder unit, I implore you, I really encourage you heavily to take the time today. Call 559-434-1000. Find out how many units are left, how many you want. See if you can get yourself in there and pick up some of those units while they're still available. One last thing to mention about that, you can also email, and it might be an easy way to get a faster response, at CEO, that's Chief Executive Officer, CEO, at INKWAYUSA.com. CEO@INKWAYUSA.com. And that will go through to the office support staff and to Lenny, and someone will get back to you quickly to answer your questions and get you activated. We're going to, again, walk you through all your options. If you send in customers, we do the same thing for them. We are excited for you. We know what's in front of you. And if you had a chance to get in on a ground floor type of opportunity before in your life, congratulations. Because I'll be honest with you, I've been around a long time, and I've been doing a lot of these types of things. I've looked at a lot of different things. I've walked away from thousands of opportunities, and only a very few of them did I ever look back at them and say, wow, I wish I had done that. This is one of those that I know because I came back to it, and I know what it's doing for me already, and I know what it can do for anybody else that wants to jump in and work within the model. This is not a sit back and ride coattails kind of thing. You do have to do work. You do have to do advertising. You do have to do promotion. You do have to bring people to the webinars. But it's really easy to talk about because everybody's tired of being ripped off. Everybody's tired of spending too much on ink, and everybody's tired of the planet being screwed over because we're not taking good care of it. So we can show you how to save the planet, save money, and sell ink and put money in your pocket at the same time. Just call us, 559-434-1000. My name's Andy the Inkster Grider. If there's any questions, I'll take them in chat at this point. You can go ahead and type something into chat if you want, and we can go from there. I look forward to sitting here for a minute or two and seeing if we get anything in. But hello back to everybody who said hello, and I appreciate you all taking the time to type into chat there. So if anybody here has any questions, I'll be glad to take them, and if I can't answer them, we can get you the questions answered from Lenny or somebody else at headquarters then as well. Anybody have any questions? I did that good of a job. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, guys. And again, thank you very much. CEO@INKWAYUSA.com, or call us at 559-434-1000. For founders that already have units, please make sure you call us in the next day or so to activate at the lower price. If you don't activate, we're going to have one other limit that's going to come up in the next month or two that we're going to see you not activating as a stand down, and we're going to talk to you about, where do we go from here. So that's where things stand at the moment. Again, 559-434-1000 with any questions, any thoughts, or to get yourself moving immediately. Again, my name is Andy the Inkster Grider. I really appreciate each of you taking time out on a Wednesday evening, and I would encourage you to bring people back tomorrow at noon Eastern, or next Wednesday, or Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, or next Thursday at noon Eastern as well. Again, these are twice a week. Those two dates and times are solid. We will send out invitation links to you via email like a day and a half before each webinar, and let you know what the sign-in link is. You do need to register in order to be here. Again, I thank you very much for taking the time again today. All right, goodbye, everyone.